We can do it this way. So since you can't get on, we'll do it.
It said it let me on. I was there, and then it said call, and then it said this call is ended, and it will be streamed live on Google.
Yeah, well, you know, it's streaming now. Yeah, so yeah, 22 watching, and yeah, we're on. But anyway, we're live now. We're just, you know, by way of Telegram. So we can.
We just make sure my on here.
Yeah, I looked at the same link, so I copied and pasted it again.
Well, hang on, Max. I'm not on something to do this.
Let me ask our people in the chat room. Can you hear Tanko right? Because I'm just holding him on my cell. We've got 27 people watching. You know, 5, 6 people in the chat room. Hello all. Hey Jenny, can you hear Tanko right when I'm talking to him? Hey, say something, Tank, so they can see if we can hear. Oh, Nate is saying yes, loud and clear. Okay, well you're okay this way.
I'm here.
All right. Always something. It's the best to not use Hangouts. Hangouts is gone anyway. August 1st, it is gone. So we only have 10 more days of using it. I suggest we kind of.
I'm here.
You're where? Are you on the?
I'm here.
Oh, I see you're there. Okay, I'll turn you off here. Okay, now talk. Are you saying anything? I don't hear you now. Nope. No audio. I suggest you come back on again. Close off and come back on. I think it's because Telegram was holding the line, right? The audio. So just log off and then come back on. I can't hear you. I don't know what you're saying. I'm not good at lip reading, so yeah. There's no audio coming through because your picture is not even coming up to the whole thing, right? Oh, okay, you're gone. Right. We'll get this going. Technical difficulties, right? So we'll see what see if we can come back on and we can hear him this time. I think when we're first on Telegram, his phone is locked into Telegram. It's a secure line, and then you know the audio is directed there. Back to Telegram. So back to Telegram, huh?
Yep. Hey, thanks, show. Live.
Where they?
We see an exciting, pretty amazing day. That you cracked another riddle. Tell me about the cockatoo owls. It's pretty amazing, actually. I can't wait to go put that together like a mad magazine.
Yeah, no, that's it. Taking 2 cockatoos and merging them together, you get an owl. So the side views that they're portraying, I can share the screen again, and we can look at them while we're talking. I did this earlier, but I might as well do it again. I don't know if you're able to see this or not.
No, but I'll look at it later.
Okay. But everyone else is able to. But it's definitely not an owl. It is definitely a cockatoo. And both of them on there. And the way they position their heads, it's kind of like turned over the shoulder. When you pull them together, they will form an owl. So I'll go ahead and I'll bring up the other image too. It's the owl. There we go. So this is 2 cockatoos, and the plume on the head kind of makes the furrow around the eyebrows of the owl, right, on either side, and kind of looks like horns. So yeah. So it's very, very interesting, that it forms an owl shape. So again, they hide everything in plain sight. right? In a pizza restaurant.
I did our like, simple, you order with you and I order with you. What is this specifically? Go back to like one of the gods or?
Yeah, it goes. Well, from what I know, I'm not the expert, but it's because the owl is the champion of the night, right? It's the predator of the night, right? Because it's the night owl, and so it's from the dark side. Right. So that's why the owl. Now I could be wrong, but that's my understanding from a while back and looking into this, and I can't cite a reference or anything, but that's my understanding. That it kind of makes sense. I have a graphic that I actually did where I actually took I searched for statues of golden cockatoos. Maybe I'd find them on eBay, right? Since they're no longer there at the temple, right? But no. I was hoping, hey, look, here they are on eBay, but no. But I did find other cockatoo statues, and I did some graphic work in a paint program to show them how they come together. I'll share that again. Bring that up. Share my screen. Yeah, it's good. Allow me to select. Yeah, all right. So now this is just I just kind of taken. There was two of them side by side, so that's actually they are different. You can see separately, but if you start bringing them together, they form an owl. And it's just by angling them, you get them to look more and more like an owl. If you had the perfect lineup. So the two instances where we can see that they are owls. I got another side view, I think here. Oh, here it is.
Very cool.
Yeah, so these are definitely cockatoos.
So, do you think that Netanyahu won't let Omar and go there into Israel? They launched this boycott Israel, the BDS campaign.
Right.
Or as a part of it, they're supporting it. So Netanyahu's like, can't come here, but they're only some kind of diplomatic, mission, right? Probably people say hate, I'm sure.
Right.
But I was thinking about these characters, right? How it's really challenging because I was listening to Ilhan Omar, and she said a couple things, and I was like, she's got that right. Talk about the United States being run by Jewish bankers. And I was like, yeah, that's true.
Well, yeah, I know. Well, this is what's crazy about this whole thing is that it's set up in such a way that any which way you turn, you're on the wrong side of things.
Right, exactly. So it's just it's a constant worrying, and no one considers there's so much you don't know. But it's like, what I do know is that, well, that statement's right, but you can't really align yourself with Illinois. I mean, but I was like, it's amazing, like, what do you do now with Illinois if you don't take her down? Right? Because you can't just say it's racist. No, it's not racist. She has 8 years of tax evasion, right? She has, I mean, they're definitely I mean, that's somebody they definitely have on, right? She married her, like, she's already married, right, in a related ceremony, and then she married her brother so he can come to the country, right? Which, I mean, part of that is weird.
Sure. Well, her father was part of the government of the dictatorship and he came to America illegally. So the question is, how did the rest of the family get here? Right. So if her brother came, did her brother come illegally also, since the father, or because the father came illegally, he got them here? Whatever that is, there's some investigation going on, definitely, but it is looking more and more like she came in and got legal by marrying her brother, who may be brought here illegally or by other through some sort of not correct way. you know, we'll see.
You know what's so interesting about this whole setup, right? So I used to work in Flushing, which is all primarily Chinese and Korean, and then I also worked in Chinatown, right? So I had a pretty good relationship with some, intelligent, Chinese doctors who probably all types of things, right? And so we were always talking about insurance and health and things like that, right? But he was saying how all these Chinese families that had come into the United States, right? And they would all go on welfare, right? Now they all had money, they all had jobs, right? But because they kept the business and not for each other, they held about how much money they made, right?
Right.
So they would all collect welfare, in addition to their regular income. And they would also, they'd get free health insurance, right? And they would game the system, right? So the system was really set up like, most Americans, right, were all raised to pay income tax, do whatever, right? And they just would find ways to game the system. And that was like the Chinese and Korean community. It was very commonly accepted to know in those communities, common practice. So that's the same thing that, that Ilhan Omar is doing, right? And that's what they're pushing for, right? They want us in the United States to be slaves because we were born here, right? So we work for them, we pay taxes, and they get all the benefits, right? And then they can, hide things covered up. They can call us racist, basically things like that. Now, Chinese certainly weren't. They were much more covert about it. The Chinese and Koreans were much more covert about it. And I don't know if that's true everywhere, but I know that's what my doctor told me about the area in New York. So that's what they're pushing for, right? It's one world. It's like we should be so benevolent, kind, and happy to take care of anybody who comes into our family.
Right.
And why should they have to work? It's so weird.
Yeah, well, that is a point. I'm, their concept of being entitled to these things is because they came here illegally, right? So why is it that they're able to even think that way? Why is it? It's because they think that America is not legitimate. And where did they get the idea, right? That America was not legitimate. They'll go back to the colonization, and it was taken away from the Indians. So again, if it was taken away from the Indians, all right, and why does it give them the right to come here now and then claim all the services? It makes.
Two wrongs don't make a right. It's not. Everything is just everyone is thinking of right business. Everything is just a trigger that attacks a different group of people, right?
Right.
And it doesn't really matter what the outcome is. They don't care, basically chaos for the order, right?
Right.
Because their goal is to cause chaos, right? So while they're devouring each other and fighting each other, all this fighting really the same thing, same right, to be free, give a trust a neighbor, raise my kids, take care of them. Be able to make money and be able to thrive,
Right.
all of us want to be able to do that. All of us want to be able to be creative and be ourselves. And, unfortunately, I think this, to me, there is no more asset. There's not a single asset on the planet right now that is more valuable than time. Because, I look at my children, the one thing you can't escape, right, like when you're looking at your kids, is, they're only this way right now. They're only my kids. I only get to affect them right now. And I look at how process just it wastes so much time. It's such a useless process. It's like just Thomas was just saying that they printed up Federal Reserve printed up $148 billion of the super notes on the daily room machine, right? So now those are all being taken possession of by Kim because they're all legal, right? So they can't get them back into the system. They're useless. Can't leave them with them. it's like hey, like somebody would have a freaking brain in the cabal. Listen, grab your crony friends, right? Like, put the kid down and go do something worth a damn in your life. Because you've lost this battle, and by trying to. But here's the thing that frustrates me: it's like they are masters of delay, right? So they know as long as it's chaotic, and if they keep delaying, the possibility of they win. I mean, now they're not going to win. I'm just saying, that's what they're used to doing. They just keep delaying, right? And while they're delaying, they still, are hanging out in mansions and yachts and, doing horrible things to people and they're stealing money and whatever it is that makes them, happy, I guess, their version of happy. But in that process, the people are still in the grind. So it's still at our expense. So that makes me mad every time I think about it. And I was thinking about, Stephen Mnuchin and Chile over there, Powell. He said something to Trump like, he answered to no one. I'm like, you answer to no one. Well, listen, how about we take them and drop them in the middle of nowhere so they don't talk to anyone either. Or they don't want to anyone. And we can answer to no one all by themselves. But as far as I'm concerned, if they're here, we answer to us. And that's the problem. There's not enough of us that see that and realize that's true. Because Stephen Mnuchin is like the poster boy for average. I mean, let's face it. There's nothing exceptional about it. Why on earth would anybody have gotten with him? Wait for him? Come on, why is this even happening? It's one guy. But get him out of there. It doesn't make sense at this point. At this point, all these Indians and hunting down all these different characters. Why are we even playing this political correct game? The whole concept of political correctness is a psyop to steal our freedom of speech. We are under siege on all sides, from within and without. And, I keep, the more I do it, the more thing to do is just to keep organizing the people and get the militia built up, support the right candidates to change it. I mean, all those things take money too, eventually, so.
Right.
That's part I've got to change my consciousness about it, I guess, a little bit, and it's tough because, to be honest, as much as anyone, I'm holding that in place, right? And we don't have this money. So, because it just makes me so angry. It's so simple. It's right here. And I have to legally, we have the rights to it.
Right. Right.
So, that's one that I just want to come on. So, I'm trying to adjust my mentality. I recognize it, I see it. I don't want to contribute that reality that we're on that side. I know that we are constantly subconsciously creating this reality. So,
yeah, well, we do have to make the steps. You're making a lot of steps. Organizing veterans, bringing out the this data that's helping to move things forward. Running for office is an ultimate end game here. But where do we run? Well, how does the what do you take over the Democratic Party? Right? Do you go in there and run as a Democrat, or do you go in as a Republican and say forget the Democrats? Do it with one fell swoop. Because I don't think that most of the Democrats agree with where the party is. You've got
Yeah, I think we gotta come up with a different kind of political party in a sense, right? I guess independence would be
You can't. You really can't. I know that it's. I saw it with Ross Perot. The system is stacked against it. Trump, could have done that as well, but the system is set up against it. You won't get any. You won't get on the ballots. Even if you do get on some of the ballots, you won't get on all of them. Even if you had $1 billion, it would be, Herculean feat to make it happen, because the system is set up against there being anything other than Democrat, Republican, or independent party, which is a party. The independent party is a party. Now, you can basically, everyone run to independent, but it makes you seem like you're alone. So that's the way they've structured it, right? You want to be a loner. It won't work, because you have to be in you can't caucus then with the other people. So anyway, the whole system is set. So you got to take over one of the parties, and I think that the Republican Party is the one to do, even if it means flipping states from blue to red, right? Taking New York and making it a Republican state. Taking California and making it a Republican state. California used to be a Republican state. When I was young, in high school in California, the governors were always Republicans. I mean, when it was a Democrat, the state fell apart.
The Republic of California, right? The whole state.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a republic, yeah. But now, it's definitely, controlled by this system. Even I saw how the politics works there. It's not what they present to the people, right? I stood in front of the city council, Los Angeles City Council, many times, and tried to, come up with something sensible, some sensible regulations for dispensaries, right? And a 3-month period, a couple times a week going there while this was going on. And it was all to show that it was not, that they were not real. I mean, they were not listening to anything that was said there. They had already made up, they were already paid off by the alcohol industry to do what they were going to do, to shut it down. So it didn't matter what we said.
Well, I agree. And, we should strategize this. That how do we win? How do we win an election? I will run for Congress now. I run for Congress against Alexander or whatever the talks. I'll run, right? Let's say it. I'll run, and I'll tell you, I'll make sure to, be the ideal candidate. I'll make sure to, sway the crowd, say things, and I'll run on the issues that actually matter, right? So now, the first obstacle we run into is money.
Sure.
That's the first obstacle we run into. Like, all right, give me the money to do it, right?
Right.
So that's that's where I get at. Like, so to me, I'm looking at it, I'm thinking about I feel like I'm trying to break out of it. I really am. I feel like I've got myself in a box about money, because at the end of the day, it's like, if you're going to have a world where, I say this to kids all the time, right? Freedom is not about the chains around your neck, right? But as long as the chains are around your neck, it's hard to think about anything else, right?
Right.
Because all you can think about is get the chains off and let me go free. And that is what I think about all the time. We have to break these chains and do that,
So
there's not many ways to break a chain off your neck.
Right. So
without breaking your neck.
So I think that no, I hear what you're saying, and I think that the way to do it is the third party that you talked about. That we do form it.
Yeah.
We do form the third party, but we never file the papers of being a party. We never try to push it into the infrastructure as a party, but we run it as a separate party. Just you could look at what was under Reagan's time, there was was it Billy Graham or one of them, you know, the religious Christian religion, you know, caucuses, you know, I guess you would say, so that they had their group, right? It was a well-formed, well-organized group that moved the Republican Party. But I would say that this would be more the same tactic. You form the group that then puts the candidates into position in the Republican Party to then push. And then you have the whole organization of the group to support it, to support the things that are new. And we kind of tactically maneuver around all of the laws put in place to prevent us from doing it. So maybe there's never an official link between the candidates, you know, and this group that's there, right? But it's all we just pick the people out that are doing the right things and support them. You know, we put people into place. Yeah, we put. Yeah, yeah. So, well, as soon as we say the People's Party, then we're a Soviet bloc nation. So see, we're caught coming and going, right? Any which way we go, you're on the wrong side. You know,
Right.
You can't be an anti-Semite, and you can't be against the Khazarian mafia.
Right. No, that's fine. I say we'll go with the Republican Party. I was a Republican. We're running as a Republican, so now we gotta get the message out. We gotta get support. So we gotta raise money. Well, then we're gonna get blocked by the media, right? That's the message we have. You know?
Well, again, you organize from another social media site, such as Gab, right? I think that would be a one that could work, right? As a Twitter clone. They're independent, and the deep state tried to shut them down, and now they've expanded with a new interface and everything. But we'd have to basically build a structure of a new social system somewhere else, social networking system, to be the communication. We could do it from Telegram as well. Say again? From where?
Parler is like a version of I mean, it's the same exact platform, except for, you know, it's very conservative actually, but it's actually a really good platform.
Yeah. Okay.
But it's, you know, I mean,
well, how many people are on it? How many people are using it?
I'm not sure yet. I'm not sure. It's pretty significant though. I mean, they're making big strides.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a conversation to have. You know, I like these platforms that we're sure that not to lose. On the technology side or on the population of people that are already on the sites that can support this, right? Because there's a scalability factor. You know, if you're a small group and you need to grow and they don't have the money to grow, then they can't build, right? So it may be for, you know, I would say start a new one, right? Except, you know, without the money to build the architecture, you're again stuck, right?
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, and then I thought of this too, right? Like most people who have anybody, which in the entire system now, there's no money. I mean, the banks are all. I mean, Deutsche Bank is the 6th largest bank in the world, and it used to be much bigger than that, right? And they're going down. I mean, they were offered. I forget what bank it is, PNB or something like that was going to hurt them, right? They're trying to find a way, but they're going to fail because they don't have money. They've all been pooling the money, right? So they all draw from the same source of money. So all the banks total are drawing from the same fake ledger, even. And that, I believe, is going to shut down. So how much time do they have? I mean, and you got Fiji, you know, you got Fiji, like must realize that the money's going to come in Fiji because they shut down all flights in and out of Fiji. Right? Not for granted, like you said, they don't spread. But I really think that's an effort they're making, you know, to gain gas from everywhere. And at some point, I just keep shaking my head, like, how are they able to continue doing this, you know? It's just such a joke to me. It's like, they have power based on what? You know, and are they suppressing us that much that we're all stupid? I mean, are we really? I mean, you know, it's something like, different countries that are fluoridated. Yeah, I see it. Um, sorry, my son's here.
Okay.
But think about it. It's like, there's this article out today talking about these 10 different ways that they're putting fluoride in this, right? And all the problems it causes, right? All the different foods, all the different juices, all the different ways that are affecting us in poison. I mean, one person, yeah, that's good. You know, one group takes a stand and just says, look, you know, we're not going to stand for that. You can't poison us in mass quantities to commit genocide. I mean, is that out of the realm of possibility to have a political candidate on that platform?
I think that's a good platform. I think that works. Stop talking about racism. Start talking about stop poisoning us.
Yeah. Like, you know what? I don't care about your race, where you're from. You know, even when it comes down to, at the end of the day, first of all, shut the borders. And I don't care what you say about it, because if you make it for a nation, that's what you do. If you don't have borders, you don't have a country, right? So
right.
That's just ridiculous. We need to have that argument. I don't even entertain that debate. It's not even worth talking about. Like, we're going to, like, Trump did a great job, right? Like, he's getting it done. Like, and when it comes down to it, one of these Congress people really do, they count for a vote, right? They count for a vote and they count for influence. The more we get power with ridiculous topics, they continue to make issues. Like, what are the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse here? What the hell are they even calling for impeachment for? Because Trump's a white rich guy? Like, you know, and they demand to be impeached? What are you talking about?
Well, looking also, isn't this a distraction from Epstein?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't this a distraction from Clinton's being their headquarters being raided during the blackout? Do you have any confirmation about that?
I do, yeah, but I don't have any details.
Okay, so but you did hear that they were raided.
Yep.
Okay.
And it does have to do with tunnels. It has to do with the real way the traffic was done. Where the real money went for the infrastructure, you know, which was underground, literally underground, rebuilding tunnels, and all this stuff that, stuff like that. So, so I think we'll set up the anti-genocide plan, right? So now you got to prove everyone that you're trying to get genocide against us, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's so well documented. I mean, there is such an extensive history here in the United States of eugenics, and people don't even realize it. It wasn't until the 70s that they stopped sterilizing people, right? They were just doing it, like based on if they thought somebody was done, based on an IQ test and that.
Yeah, you know what? But Tank, you're sounding like a radical.
I am a radical.
There you go. I think that's part of the.
I'm so for people living that I will wreck my views over.
I know this. I think a good plank is to be a radical against the radicals. Radicals against radicals.
Right.
I think it's a good point. We need four candidates to go up against those 4.
Yeah. You see this video that's out with Pentagon, and it's a video of, and they're talking how they're showing here's someone without a vaccine, and they show the brain response when they read a religious text, right? And it activates this portion of the brain associated with love and emotion and feelings, right? Then they give them a vaccine where they have added all sorts of things to sort of the brain function, and these are common, right? It's common, and in this it shows how the exact same scripture is read, and it evokes feelings of disgust and anger. Now, the way it's portrayed is by using these vaccines, right, to distribute this, what they called it was the anti-fundamentalist vaccine, right? And so the portrayal is that we're doing away with these religious fanatics who get violent. But I challenge that because that's not true. Religious fanatics don't get violent. That's a lie. But the more religious and devout people get, the less and less violent they get. But even if the doctrine is false, the closer they get to God, the more they understand the spirituality. That's just true. Even if they have it completely wrong, they are not prone to get violent. When are they prone to get violent? When they realize they've been in this, it's a culture, right? Like all these different cultures. You have most people, they don't look at it as a way to close with God. This is their culture. It's the same for most religions. This is the culture. So I was raised, right? It's tradition. It's what you do because this is where I'm from. So then what happens? You develop a sense of disgust for anyone who's not part of your culture. The fact that you're forced to do these things, these religious rituals. Now you have disgust, and that's where your radical fundamentalists come from, who are taking violent action. And it's because we gave free healthcare. Or like healthcare, right?
Right.
By distributing vaccines. And they talk about this as eugenics, right? The vaccines essentially were designed as a vaccine against a lesser breed of human, right? If these people don't have the right to life, they're too dumb, they're too, their behavior isn't good, too prone to get sickness, so we need to vaccinate them. These are the kind of things that they've been doing, and it's been ongoing. So even if the eugenics program stopped here in the United States in the 70s, it's still ongoing, obviously, right? So it's not even like it's a stretch to prove these things. It's an absolute fact of what is happening.
So going against the eugenics movement is going against racists.
Going against racists?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So I feel like I could spin every one of these retarded things that are said. They try to make Trump look like a racist because what he said. And I thought it would be terrible, And I thought maybe he didn't say so bad, but he just got frustrated. But when I read it, I was like, really? That's what you're mad about? He didn't name your name. He didn't call you out or anything like that. He didn't say he was talking to you. Like, you make yourself look guilty with your racism. Because now, it's like this guy who walked in the park, black guy, he had a bag hat on, and somebody said something to him, like calling him like sellout or something. But wait, what? He was like, you're racist. He was like, I'm black, I can't wear a black, I can't support you. And the A-sharp, yelling in the park said, I can't support you, you have better jobs, you have this, that, all the opportunities we have, and he's going off about it, right? And he was spot on, absolutely right. The racism is being perpetuated because even racism has two sides to it, right? Because you can say, if you say, look, this is the way it is for everyone of this color, of this race, of this ethnicity. As soon as you say that, that statement is racist. Even if you are standing up to the cause of something, because you are now making it seem like you're bringing racism into the discussion, right? But it's not. There's one race. There's a human race, right?
Right.
So when I say, I'm pro-human race. I'm for the human race. And I'm an American, so I'm for America. We definitely have, real borders. And we shouldn't be fighting about things that don't matter. And the more we fight about these things that do not matter, because all this is happening, all these ridiculous arguments are happening, while Steve Mnuchin had the audacity to ask for another 99-year agreement for the Federal Reserve.
Really?
And yes, and I'm thinking to myself, what on earth makes your idiotic self think that based on your previous behavior and all that you've done so far, you want another 99 years to continue to implement your mass genocide, eugenics movement, so that we can have more what? Because who are they getting to fight, right? You have, you're sparking all these different groups against each other. For what reason? To have them kill each other off.
So
they don't care what color our skin is. They don't care what color their skin is. They don't care. Because what they care about is, you have this royal blood that we have. Because that's the race they're concerned about. So what they do is they pit all of us against each other. They're not against each other. Netanyahu and the former leader of Palestine, right? They shared a flat, like an apartment, where they kept the sex slaves that they would go to, and they would, after a battle or a bunch of people got killed, they'd go in and, have their fun and high five and do, and have a conversation with little friends. And it's not even a secret, what I understand, like.
I never heard that.
It's a little fun.
I never heard that.
What's that?
I've never heard that.
Yeah.
That's
That's true. That's
well,
true.
I don't doubt it, but
You don't get down that office.
let me ask you about that. You said I don't want to let that go, but you said that Mnuchin is asking for another 99-year agreement for the Federal Reserve. So is there something that is there a link to look at that, or is this just intel from the back end?
No, I mean that's directly. I mean, that's honest. That's directly from Kim. So, that is what he's asking for, because he has to ask Kim for that. Because that agreement is with the trust, and it is with the sole sovereign of the building, right? All of these, lasting agreements, they were always with the sovereign. Now, the Rothschilds and the Dragon families, none of them are sovereign. None of them. Because Kim has rejected it because she is the only sovereign. And that is what the legal paperwork said. So all the stuff taking place now, that they're doing, everyone is bowing down to someone else who's a slave. So they're enslaving themselves to other slaves, right? And this is exactly what I'm talking about. They might be house slaves, right?
Right.
They look at the house investment, they go not the master. So at best they were self-sovereign, and even that's been rejected. Now, all of this, this formal declaration of what it means to be sovereign. I mean, yes, it's spiritual, but in reality, all things that are spiritual reflect in the flesh. You will see that, right? Like, if you tell me that you are dieting and really healthy and you exercise all the time, well, your body will reflect that, right? But if you're like 5'2" and 400 pounds, right, and you're telling me that you eat right and exercise, I don't believe you. Like, you're not telling the truth. I can see it, because things that are happening spiritually or that are energetic, they reflect in the third dimension. You'll see evidence that that's happening. So anybody who's been making all types of breakthroughs, all these amazing breakthroughs, in meditation and spiritual realms, if you don't see a reflection of that in the flesh, something's wrong. You should see it here, because the creation has to respond to the other. It has to. Now, Mnuchin's asking for this 99-year agreement, these infinity agreements, which is how they broke this in. All they have to do is get one more. So if they have another 99 years to indoctrinate us, to lie to us, to poison us, well, you'll have what is a shell of what it is. It'll be idiocracy embodied. It'll just be people that are just barely, like we'll just completely take away everything about us that's human, everything that's exceptional. And that's what they're constantly trying to do. They're trying to activate the part of our logical mind that only reacts to things on the very base level of what they are, rather than considering, where is this coming from? Where are you getting this message from?
Yeah. Well, I don't want to give them another 99 years. Definitely not. And
I want to give them another 99 seconds.
yeah.
Like this whole thing.
Yeah, actually,
I just,
they need to return everything that they've taken. Yeah, it's a,
that's the agreement.
yeah.
That is the agreement. All of you, that whole group out there, they are the minority. You know the reason why they stand up for the minority? Because they're the minority. You know,
That makes
I
sense.
keep referencing this guy in South Carolina who is stood up and said, look, I'm here to represent the majority. This is what I'm going on. He says, you're going to come and try to take my gun, and I'll legally give them up if you make that law, because that's what I do. I've never broken the law, I've never shot anybody, I've never done anything wrong. I follow the rules, I work hard, I pay my taxes. But I am the majority. I'm like those people. But there's a minority of criminals out there who the cops are going to go in there. That's why you have these radical areas of Islamic, kind of militant gangsters, right? Islamic mafia, and all these other versions of that. It's not just Islam. Everybody's got a version of that, right? Every culture has got that, and it's all here in the United States. And you know what? I'll tell you what, the cops are not going to those areas to take that gun. You're not showing up to Gambino's house, no, man, Gambino's house. You're not showing up to some gangster's house to take their guns. You don't have manpower. You don't have manpower. You get somebody killed. So don't take my guns. In fact, you want me to have a gun so I can help you get guns to look at. You know?
Yep.
But that's the problem. See, the majority of us are peace loving. The majority of people are naturally loving. The majority of people are trusting and kind, right? And they're trying to train that out of us.
Right.
You're so skeptical or angry, so focused on things that don't matter. Because that's after a while, because we focus on it, we make it matter.
Right.
And I mean literally, right? We make it out of the ether into matter. So our focused intention makes it matter. And anybody knows that's true. You think about any problem in your life you've ever had, any breakthrough you've ever had, no one else even cared about what you cared about them because you cared about it so much. You don't even matter to you. So you don't even matter. If it matters, no one else will matter to you. And because of that, you made it into matter, into really manifested.
Yeah.
Now, that's how every invention comes to exist. That's how every creation has ever taken place. Because we focused on it, made it matter. And we've got to make things matter that actually matter. We don't talk about things that matter. We don't talk about how to liberate humanity, how to live free. What's wrong with the difference of people are just not strong. These are issues that politicians should be talking about. These are things that actually matter to all of us because they affect all of us. Because a majority of the people are not affected by the issues that are discussed.
Right. And so I was just thinking as when you say, hey, that doesn't matter, that's antimatter.
Right? And that's spirit. You say that's spirit, and when you make it matter, it's spirit materialized. Right? That's what matter is. Matter is.
Yeah, that's a very good. That's very good. I've never heard that before, but that makes a lot of sense. It doesn't matter. It does matter. It matters. It's matter. Well, let's make this matter. So the platform also then includes how to phrase this, that we're not for enslavement, right? We're for the majority.
Yeah, right. And you know what?
Majority matters. Majority matters. Now there was a.
All you have to do is decide who you are, right? Now, so if I define myself, like a white guy, well, that's gonna blow up, right? But if I just define myself as a human, and I'm a human, I'm a father. I work hard. I want to take care of my family. I want to live in a place that's safe. I want my water to be clean. I want my food to be clean.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that I don't have to be scared about my kids, coming home, staying out and playing.
Well, I know on the census they ask your race, right? But one of the selections was not human.
I know.
I know, so I put human. I wrote it in.
Right. The lack of a know, all these different colors, right? Like white, and black, and African American. Like, you know, what if you're a Mexican Indian? Your skin is you know, a Mexican, you're Native American, and you look like you're African American, but you're not from Africa. You're from here.
What if you're other? What if you're other? What if you're other? The other selection, right? Other.
I'm definitely other. Yeah. I think that should be as we single time that question they asked.
Just put human and let.
Human race.
Yeah. Check mark here if you're human. That eliminates all the rest of them, right? I wonder if that actually happened. It would be good, but I guess it's too late to add that to the census this
That would
time.
have been awesome. But that's, you know, it's funny. Those are the kind of radical changes that, how do they hurt anybody? And how does that hurt anybody? Like, for example, how does asking if you're a citizen on an American census, how does that hurt you? The only reason why it would hurt you is if you're hiding something, right? But I guarantee most people would have problem answering that. Because the people who do have problems, they don't get answered. Right?
Right.
If you're not a citizen, or you're going to lie. I mean, it's a census. It's useless anyway. And if you're not getting accurate information from a census, unless you went out and actually did data collection yourself,
Right.
it's being bad. It's like, how do you do it?
Yeah.
Criminals are going to lie. You know, liars are going to lie. You know, evil is going to do evil. That's what it's going to be.
And then there's those people that would just go ahead and write in human.
Right. I think that's now on. That doesn't mean my political party. Human race. This is the race for humans. All the human race.
Well, I think also this party, right? Human Party. That's actually probably a good name for a party. The Human Party is international, right? Because it's not bound by borders, and it could be, you know, coordinated from a website, right? And so then you have the social media links that go out from that one website. There's anyway. There's a lot of things that are streaming out of this that I'd prefer not to say right now. but things that we could do for organizing systems this way. We could get, you know, a couple 100 million people signed up, and then we can have our focused people, right, that we want to basically go in and support in running for offices. It wouldn't just be for the United States, Inc., but also for places around the world. Really focusing in on going up against the cabal.
That is what I'm starting that at least. You know, we meet tomorrow with one of the candidates from our she's already had her life threatened. She's already they're already trying to create lies about her. They don't want any resistance, right? They want it to appear that everyone's so happy that LMR is there, you know, because it's some woman from I forget what she's, but some affiliation, you know, here in the United States, and she says in like Arabic, you know, they had it on tape that if you are against LMR, then you are an enemy of whatever, I don't know, religious group or what she represented. You know, she said it outright. Now, that is what that's authoritarian control, right? That is what fascism is. Right. Where if you do not do this, then you are our enemy, right?
So where's Antifa where you need them?
Yeah, right. I know Antifa. There's an actual fascist there, right there, attacking right when he got paid. Are you gonna go and have the balls, act losers? You're gonna stand up to them? No, of course you're not. Because you're run by them. You know, you're in league with them. You think you're in harmony with them. That's the other thing. So such a joke like this. Again, the whole group is it's just they're all divided, doing the same idiotic things. It seems like they'd all catch on and say, wait, have you noticed that we're driven by hate? And we hate those guys, but they're driven by hate too. And they're doing the same thing with a different group. And the ones that we have in common is we don't hate these people, but we would never team up because we hate each other too. Because that's the kind of stuff that goes on,
Right.
And it's well, can we just change that? Can we just have a real discussion about it? And how about just the rules of decorum and political correctness aside, right? And how about we make it a rule that you better back up what you're saying? Like when Nancy Pelosi gets up and starts running down the president and starts to say, just disrespectful things, very low class kind of thing she's talking about, accusing and saying that the president he's killing people at the border, right? How is he killing people at the border? He made nothing but efforts to change things. You're trying to hold him accountable for policies that Barack Obama put in place, right? That's what's happening, right? Nobody wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to identify that as true. And that's not it. No one thinks it's abnormal that our borders are being stormed by hundreds of thousands of illegal immigrants every single day. Every day? Has that ever happened? Has it ever been like that? No. We are under attack. Right? We're under attack.
Yeah, but I saw that Mexico had picked up about 28,000 people, and basically sent back 26,000. So Mexico's doing something, but that's it's just part of the problem, right? It's just not the whole thing. It's 26,000. It's not. It's just a start. If we're having hundreds of thousands come in, then how do you make an impact? You have to finish the wall, right? You have to, and we're well on our way. I think we're going to be seeing some more things happening. The week isn't over yet. You got one more day.
You know what? At the end of the day, and I will say this for anyone and everyone who's rest, until you return some level of authority to people so that they can go and make a difference, so that we can stop things which are dumbing us down and they're literally illegally using biological weapons against us every single day. Until these things stop being perceived by the dumb and dumb as conspiracy theories, and we all realize these are conspiracy realities. Because we can give you 64% of the United States water, just the water, is fluoridated, right? 64%. There's only 11 countries in the entire world that have more than 50% of their population fluoridated. The dental organizations around the world have come out and said there's absolutely no benefit to fluoridating water. The water reports from New York State from 2018, from New York City, they say outright, these are the chemical toxins in the water. The water in New York City is more toxic than the water in Michigan. Now, you come here and we'll tell you the reason why the pizza so good is in water, right? Now, in that report, it also gives a solution. The solution is stop fluoridating water. It says it directly. Fluoride is not a nutrient, it's a certified, not just water. We talk about it all we ran on was water. I'll back any candidate. This is what he comes in. I'll back candidates in every county in the country, every seat in county, to run on issues that actually matter. Run on stop poisoning our water, stop poisoning our air, and stop poisoning our food. Now, that's right now. I mean, is that all it takes? Right? That's all it takes. But I still don't think that I get past where we still is. I don't see how this ends without bringing home things. I don't see how to take care of my kids and and my family. And I don't see how to function here and get things done without creating a system that uses money without money, right now. And I recognize that's that's a block for me. It's something I'm working on changing every day. So, but it's like, we always using money, right? Like, I'm like, I'm like, so it's like, something you gotta give.
Yeah. Well, that is that is also a way of organizing money. And I could use the taboo word of cryptocurrency to generate a way of funding things. But it is something that could work. But again, it's
It's weird. It's like I'm such a purist about things. I want things to be done the right way, and I just see it's like, well, look, there's real assets here, and they belong to us, right? They belong to the people of the planet. They belong to the planet itself.
right.
They need to go back into the planet and be used the right way, right? And this is where humanity has the opportunity to thrive. This is the chance we get to really live up to our potential and be creative, be exceptional, to access the resources of the planet and build anything big. I want it that way. I don't want to game the system. I want it done right. And if laws were just enforced, if like if somehow how does one person hold us all hostage? What does he have, right? Some kind of medical ability? Paperwork? I have paperwork. I can declare my sovereignty. I can make a claim. I can use the Constitution to show how you're out of line with the Constitution. How do you have power?
Right.
And it's only in this network of compromised pedophiles, which is massive Caesarian movement, right? Caesarian faction of Mossad, which is they knew a long time ago. Look, we'll get you on tape doing horrible things to children, right? We'll get you all drugged up and lose your sense of we'll find out what you really are into, and now all of a sudden you're doing something at home with a kid, put it on tape, and then make your choices. That's okay. So then they come to you and they ask you for a vote, or they ask you to lean a certain way on a certain issue, right? Like they come to Cory Booker, right? And they say, look, we want you to say these idiotic things. Everyone's stupid, but just keep repeating it, and eventually it'll wear down. And he just keeps repeating the same dumb things. Right?
Right.
And then, now you have that choice. The other choice is you retire, right? That's why you have all these people retire. That's what Dick Cheney was talking about. Then you have the other option where you say, screw you, and basically you'll end up dead. Right? You suicide yourself. Have an emancipation. That's how they held us down.
Right.
Now, that's all that work, all that the threat is accomplished because they had control of mercenaries. Now, I can spoke to this anyway. I'm putting this guy on the show, but I spoke to a special ops, former special ops, even I guess, okay, who's here on September 11th. They went out and they hunted down 9 people allegedly involved in the attack and killed them. Right? And I asked him, like, you still a good guy? He said, no. Later, we kept talking, and I asked him, he said, then it's a private contract work. So as soon as he said that, I went to kind of later mode. I was like, it's private work for UK. So I said, okay. When you do private work for UK, like you were said, based on the contracts that you were fulfilling for them, you were given a little black book. In that little black book, you were given an account number, and you were given $8 amount. And you wrote that little black book for each contract that you went on. Is that correct? Yes. So, okay, when you did that, you took your money, and because this is money that keep one off the books, they put it in a special account for you, which was really on the back of the thing that. He said, yes. So, okay, when you did this, they would give you a black card, right? Like a black card, right? Unlimited account, so you can go and accomplish your mission, right? You buy whatever you're going to buy, and basically unlimited. I said, "Are you familiar with that?" He said, yes. I said, okay, when you did that, was it registered in the unknown country? Have you ever heard that before? He said, yes. So that's what we've been saying. Don't be talked about, right? I know every single mercenary out there. I asked this question then. I said, now, have you been able to access that money since 2007? He said, no. So he was valuing everything we can tell people, right? Directly. Because the unknown country is the Manna World Holding Trust. The previous trustees were a pack of scoundrels who want to kill you and everyone you love. That is what they want to do. This is what they enjoy. They are just a type of being that are fear. They feed on our pain. And you know, more than willing to sacrifice you so that they can have, you know, a bigger TV. They don't care about it like that. And that he, the statement, he said this exactly verbatim what he told us.
Wow. Well, okay, it's good to have validation. Actually, you should bring him on to have a conversation. I'd like to ask questions. Yeah.
But the reason why I bring that stuff up, right, is at the end of the day, it's these trained soldiers, right, who in the United States have been put back there and registered as deadly weapons, right? Like they are registered and recognized. It's known in the military. They are, that's why the veterans are treated so poorly. So when they're looking for work, it's so if all the veteran programs are not even set up for them to fly. And then obviously the multi-issue PTSD and there's chemicals and stuff that provide, which we are going to put that out very soon. We're going to give veterans the tools that they can completely get rid of PTSD. They can completely get rid of the toxins that are affecting the body. We have that technology right now, and we're not putting out programs. So I'm really sure it's available to them. I mean, I don't know if we're going to do it for free, but we're not going to talk about it, right? But we're going to give them the direction and show them how to do it. All we can get out there. Because here's why. Because we can go back into contractors, right? Because they're trying to make money, right? So go back in and look at our private work. And now the private work is always working for the cause, always. So they might not know it because they might be training you, the custom guy, right? So that makes sense. But even now, all this stuff that they're doing, when they're going to take people out, all these different people all over, except for suicide, the car accident, who are witnesses on a case, that's mercenary to the network. That's veteran. People that took the job and were trained right to defend something that had value. And they came home to a country that forgot about it. So they went and they took work because they had a family support, right? So they had to do something, they had to do what they do. Right? And this is what happens. Every one of those guys right now, they can't get paid. They're not getting paid their money. Because the ones who are paying them are the bad guys. And people not letting them have anything. If you could just get them, you realize that. And go back to your home. Go back to your honor of who you are as a soldier. As a, someone who's willing to stand up and fight so we can have a safe home, right?
Yep.
We just need them to realize he's going to win.
Well, if they lose that support, right, of the muscle, then they're finished, right? You know, who are they going to command to do things?
I mean, you can do it this way. We have people at the Treasury in New York, and it was the Citadel, the mercenary, were just the moonlighted cops, from what I understand, you know, and they were beating most of them, and they forcibly removed someone who was legally there, who had a letter from the United States President. What are they paying? What are they doing that would make you betray your country like that? Do you honestly think the only solution is to kill them all? That's not the solution.
Well, let me just. Well, you know, their MO though is blackmail, right? So they may have some sort of blackmail material on them. And maybe they need to have some sort of pardon from the president if they move over or something like that. I don't know how to make that proposal, but other than just putting it out there, but something that gets them to be able to be separated out from what's there. It's a tactical move. If we can.
Yeah, I get it. So if we wait for that, I say kill the black man. If someone comes to you and wants you to kill somebody or to hurt somebody or offend somebody, and the black man, based on a situation and a circumstance that we put you in, that you would never have been a part of, then that person you want to be eliminated. That's the problem. Not the innocent, whistleblower who's just trying to do the right thing. You don't want to talk to them. Make a better decision. That's fine.
Yep, I got it. Well, well, please, let's move forward, guys. That are out there trying to stop this. Don't listen to them anymore. Whatever you have to do to get out, you'll have a lot of support. Do what you need to get out of the way of us, having access to what's ours. Then you benefit and your children benefit. This is the time. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, all right. It's a good place to wind down, but I would encourage everyone to subscribe to here, also to the website wwg1wga.love, which may also make a good party website.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know. You can work that out. Also, it's already set up for collecting funds. There has to be some.
That's like, I need to keep you on the air and do it. We're going to have this one cause for everyone to do.
Yeah, please support. It would be good right now. All right, guys, everyone. Let's tune in tomorrow and peace out from the Philippines.
Yeah, we are.
Bye bye.